Hey guys, Midway Piper back. Hope all is going well. It's the official start to the weekend. It's actually the late half of my weekend. My job recently changed. Same place, but my hours changed, so now I'm off Fridays and Saturdays. So it's Saturday afternoon right now, so I'm starting to think about all the joys coming up. Like I mentioned in the last video, I'm going to be off most of Monday, going into the city for those appointments for my son and his tonsil surgery. So it's going to be another weird week, but hey, it is what it is, right? One thing that I've been thinking about, and I haven't really heard too much in the pipe community wondering about this yet. Well, with the elections done, and all, we know that Trump is going to be president, and we've seen some of the team that he's putting together, and I don't know. I'm not 100% sure what everyone's feelings are on that. I'm sure there's some who are happy, some who are not so happy, but it is what it is now. But what I haven't heard many people in this community talking about is thoughts on RFK, potentially leading the HHS, and what that could potentially mean. I don't know that it's all going to be speculation at this point, but whether there's anything to be concerned about, or maybe as a benefit to the pipe world. Just real quick, I have my lovely Chris Harriet straight apple. Yeah, look at that stem. That's beautiful. Beautiful. There you go. Love it when the camera actually focuses properly. Yeah, look at that. I feel bad putting one of these bits on it, but beautiful rustication there. Cover my face with it so you can see. That's pretty good stuff. Contrast rim. Can you tell what that is I'm smoking in there? No, probably not. It's Golden Days of Yore, Cornell and Deal. Bought it, I don't know, maybe a month ago or whatever when they first re-released it. I haven't opened it, so here we are. It's okay. It's not something I'm gonna write home about. Probably not buy another tin of it in the future. Yeah, here it is. Anyways, so I'm curious what your thoughts are on what might come of, if anything, about pipe smoking. I don't know if it's even something on his radar. Obviously, he's got a lot of bigger things, a lot of bigger fish to fry. All the medical CEOs are coming after him already. I'm excited what he wants to do for the medical system, and especially the food system, all that kind of stuff. And it's funny because I think I briefly mentioned in a previous video, when I went to the when I was admitted to the hospital a couple weekends ago, and the good old question, do you smoke? I smoke, maybe one pipe a day, that's it. And everyone that I mentioned that to, the nurses were like, good for you. And the intake doctor that I saw was like, old school pipe, like corn cob kind of deal? And I was like, yeah, pretty much that kind of pipe. And he goes, that's fantastic. So that's interesting. I didn't expect a positive reaction, but hey, interesting twist, something I didn't expect to come from that. So I don't know if it's that the people in the medical industry suspect or know that this isn't the same as smoking a cigarette. I don't know, but it'd be pretty cool if something positive towards this comes through while Kennedy's there. Again, I think he's got bigger fish to fry, bigger topics to discuss than, you know, whether it's really so harmful to be smoking a pipe. But any changes that might affect it, you know, I've seen lots of videos of people talking about the STG takeover of Sutliff and McBaron and such, and what that's potentially going to do to the tobacco industry, at least the pipe tobacco industry in the States. Probably not for the better, but you know, I think it'd be kind of cool that if something along those lines is discussed and talked about and whatnot, be cool to see sort of a rebirth of the quality tobacco industry, shall we say. Not just the over-the-counter tobaccos, and I've got nothing against those. Every once in a while I do enjoy breaking out some of those, but you know, at the end of the day, the more these bigger groups keep buying each other up, it's kind of like the medical industry. You know, the product becomes inferior. The flavorings, the toppings, you know, all that kind of stuff is going to start to be made from worse and worse materials and chemicals, and so it would be great to see sort of a resurgence in the tobacco market, as sort of a reaction to these big groups buying them up, to see a bunch of smaller groups come along and start producing quality tobacco products. You know, you see it in the coffee world to a degree. You know, the better quality beans and things like that are grown better, and all that kind of stuff, as opposed to like your standard Folgers or, you know, Dunkin' or whatever. Just wondering what your thoughts are on it, if you have any. I've been a pretty big fan of RFK since he initially announced his run, attempt as a Democrat even, before he went independent. I think he's going to do some good things working with Trump, assuming he, you know, gets a position and all. But I don't know. The whole tobacco aspect is something I haven't really put too much thought into, but you know, they're still sort of living with the same ideas about tobacco that we've had for the last, I don't know, 20, 30 years. So, just an interesting thing to see if anything new comes about from that. I mentioned in a previous and last video for sure, maybe one previous to that, after I crossed that 100 subscriber mark and I'm almost to 200, which is kind of cool. I appreciate all you guys that follow the videos and follow the channel. I was going to be putting together something kind of special for a giveaway, and got some good progress going on it. I know it seems like it's been a while, but it'll be worth it. It'll be worth it for sure. Probably won't mention anything else about it again until I have it in hand. So maybe another couple of weeks, and then you'll see what I'm talking about. But so that's exciting. It's going to be a little something for me and a little something for you. So that'll be coming down in the next couple of weeks. Just did a video yesterday, so not too much new has happened since then. I mentioned in yesterday's video about starting to work on reclaiming the office for myself, my sort of man cave relaxation room, and started playing with some of the furniture I had in there. And I've concluded there will not be room for a recliner chair like I really wanted, but I got a couple other ideas coming together, so that'll start making some progress on that soon. But last night, as I was playing around with the furniture in the room, moving things around, seeing what I could make work, I had one of those ladder shelves, and I had all my history books on that ladder shelf, and there's a lot of hardback books in there, and I took all the books off the shelf, stacked them up in a corner, moved the shelf to a different area, decided it looked kind of weird and it probably wasn't going to work. So I moved it to another location, which I was pretty happy with. And I got half the books put back on it. And the damn thing started breaking. I had the bottom 3 shelves full. It's a 5-shelf unit. I had the bottom 3 shelves full of books. And it was 2 pieces. There's the bottom 3 shelves and the top 2 shelves. And I had the bottom 3 filled, and I was about to start putting books on the second. And I was like, this thing doesn't look like it's sitting quite right. So I was working on readjusting where the 2 pieces meet. And I'll be damned if the whole thing didn't just start to collapse on itself. Yeah, it was made like crap. It was a cheap piece. Yeah, so as I started getting all that put back together, all the books started falling off the shelf, and what a mess. So, on the plus side, I'm gonna have a new bookshelf coming. It'll match the other ones I have in there. Like I said, I'll give you guys a tour. I'll give you guys a tour of that when it's pretty much mostly done. You can see what all that's looking like. I'm trying to jump the gun a little bit and start getting stuff rearranged and set up how I want it. I just ordered this massive area rug for the room. One of the things I've always loved, and I don't know why, because I've never had it, but I grew up in a carpeted house, and it was, I would say it was probably the original carpeting when we moved into the house. And then, you know, I grew up pretty much my entire life in that house, So 18 years before I moved off to college. And my parents tore up some of it after I left, before they sold the house and moved. But a lot of the carpet was, like in the bedrooms, was still the original carpet. But I always had this obsession with shag carpet. I don't know why. And the idea of, a full room or a full house of shag carpet, that's a bit much. But I found a 8 foot by 10 foot shag area rug. And you're damn right I ordered that. So the room's sort of going to be split in half now. I'm going to have sort of the business end of the office, and that's going to be it's going to be got a big old desk in there, big corner desk, and so that's going to be an area of the office. And then the other half, almost 3/4 of the room, it's going to be taken up with this big shag carpet. The couch that I have a very love-hate relationship. I talked a little bit about with in the last video. And in my bookshelf, some of my bookshelves. So I'm excited about that. It'll all start coming together shortly. So yeah, I'm kind of having fun with this in a weird way, in a weird interior designer-esque kind of fashion, I guess you could say. That book, one of the books that I shared yesterday, the little book of Hygge, and my Hygge home, reading those books really lit a fire under me. So I don't spend that much time at home, honestly. Working 2 jobs, running errands and all that kind of stuff. But when I come home, I'd really like a space where I can just relax. So I've been redoing things in the house, getting rid of a lot of the clutter and stuff. I mentioned yesterday reclaiming a lot of the kitchen area. So my wife moves her crafting stuff to the basement. The other half of her crafting stuff is in the office, so that's going to get moved out. So that's going to be exciting. The clutter just, it bothers me to no end. I'm one of those people that things go back in the space where they were. I don't like things being left out just around. Take something out, put it back where it was. And I guess you could call it the OCD in me. But I don't like clutter. And we've had a lot of clutter, so I'm excited to be making some progress on this. Any of you guys have a space that's just sort of your zone, your happy place, your man cave, your she shed, whatever you want to call it? Just curious if it's provided the what you wanted it to. Part of me is super excited to be doing this, and then the other part of me is kind of like, yeah, once you have all this done, it's probably not going to be as fulfilling as I had hoped. But I guess a lot of that's a me problem, isn't it? It's a mental thing. We're always excited to find a new thing to buy, or a new project that we get to spend money on something for. I don't know why that is. Every month you say, All right, I'm gonna watch what I spend this month, and then project, renovation, redecoration. Yeah. Anyways, it's a longer video than I thought it was gonna be. Just interested in your guys' thoughts, mostly on the RFK thing. If you think anything might come of it. Obviously, you know, make America healthy. It's a steep order. It's a very steep order, and there's going to be pushback from every direction. There'll be pushback from the medical industry, from the agriculture industries. Hey, maybe the tobacco thing will be a good thing. Maybe it'll get someone on the side. Who knows? Who knows? Anyways, that's about it. That's all I really wanted to say. Gonna finish smoking this. My opinion has not changed on it. I was kind of hoping it might change a little bit as I continue to smoke this down. It's not changing. Most of the reviews that I've watched from you guys on it has pretty much said something along the similar lines, that it's not one of the best, maybe not even a great one or a good one. I don't know. Like I said, I just opened the tin on it today, so maybe letting that sit for quite a while will do it some good. One more side question for you guys. When you've got something that comes in a decent tin, like Cornell and Deal stuff or GLP stuff, do you guys still take that out and put it in a jar? Or do you think there's a good enough seal on the tin, on those quality tins, that'll be okay in there? I don't know if I really want to put this one in a jar or not. I don't know if it'll do anything to it, but interested in your opinions, thoughts, so that you guys who have been smoking longer than I have. It's only 6 months at this point since I've gotten into the hobby, I guess you could call it. So I'm still learning a lot from watching you guys and your videos. So anyways, all right, that's about it. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Bye.